everything kosher. Um, Wanted to hop on here real quick this morning. Talk to y'all for a quick little minute, man. I went live the other day for the first time in a minute, so I'm like, let me just go live again so I can get back in my consistent groove of live streaming. But yeah, man, I'm gonna wait till y'all come on in here, man. Good morning to everybody. Hope everybody doing all right. Y'all hit that like button for me as y'all come in. Teron Brown, what's the word, man? How you feeling? Good morning, boss. You know what I mean? Somebody actually told me to make a video out of this topic, but I'm gonna make a video, but I am gonna get on live stream with it. This morning it's cold outside, frigid. Talking about it was 3 degrees this morning. When my son left up out of here for school, it was 3 degrees this morning. So that already lets you know we on polar bear time out here. You say you cool? That's what's up, man. I'm glad everything good for you, man. Blessings to you, man. We gonna see how many people I can get on the chat this morning. We gonna see how many people I can get on here this morning. I might not be able to get an audience like that. I know everybody at work and whatnot, but we gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can make something shake real quick. Let's see what we could do. Let's see. Let's see what I can make shake, man. We ain't got nobody in here. We only got one person. I think that's you, Teron. I don't know. I know everybody at work and whatnot, but we gonna see what we can do this morning. We gonna see if we can get an audience up in here, man. Y'all talk to me as y'all come in the chat. Talk to me. I don't think it's this cold everywhere in the United States. It's like 70 something in Florida. I bet it is 70 degrees in Florida. Chicago, 3 degrees. What I always tell y'all, it's colder than a bitter baby mama outside. Colder than a bitter baby mama. Colder than polar bear piss. Colder than a penguin's toenails outside of Chicago, for real. We in the igloo for real this morning. But still with y'all, man. Still with y'all rocking out. Trying to see if I can get a little bit more of an audience in here this morning. But y'all talk to me in the chat as y'all come in. Y'all say something to me, ask me some questions, whatever y'all want to do. Showing smaller crib. Oh man, that's love. A Marie. I appreciate that. A Marie. Every time I ask me, be talking to me. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep a positive mindset, and never lose focus on your goals. Let no one stop you, not even haters. Just know I've been there and got your back. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It mean a lot to me, for real. Coming and showing love to the smaller channels, it mean a lot. He say free Lil Durk, man. Yeah, we gonna see what happened with Durk case and his situation. You know, Durk from Chicago, just like me. Durk Southside Chicago, just like me. So we gonna see what happened with his situation in his case. I guess we gotta let it play out a little bit. But yeah, man. I wanted to get on here and talk about my fondest memories growing up in Chicago. I'm trying to get a little more people in here before I start talking and all of that. But yeah, somebody told me to make a video and talk about my fondest memories in Chicago because people only talk about the negative of Chicago. They only talk about the bad. They only talk, you only hear about the gang violence. You only hear about, crime and shootings and all of that. But I wanted to show like a softer side of the city, a more enjoyable aspect of the city. Like when you're growing up as a kid, you be kind of oblivious to what's going on in the neighborhoods for real a little bit, right? Uh, yeah, you might have to get. Anyway, yeah, you kind of oblivious about what's going on or whatever. Because I was living in wild neighborhoods as a kid, and when I think on it, it was a lot going on. But when you a kid, you just really living in the moment. You just living where you at, and you just hanging with your friends. People that you know in the neighborhood, hanging with your cousins, hanging with your family, and your siblings if you got any, and that's just really it, right? But growing up in the city, man, my mama, like I said, I lived on the south side, but my mom, she would never let us just be confined to the south side. Like we would go downtown often, like whether she had a car or if we had to get on a train and a bus to go downtown, we would do that. My mama used to take us to the museum. Yeah, I just started the live, Kid Car. I just started the live, bro. I just got on here, man. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Yeah, so like my mama, knowing that she wanted to show us more than just our surrounding area, our neighborhood and stuff. She would get up, take us to the museum downtown. We had to go to the Field Museum downtown. We had to go to the Museum of Science and Industry in Hyde Park. Um, she would take us to the movies. We would go to I remember all this stuff as a kid. Like me at the time, it was me. I had my sister that was 2 years older than me. My little sister, 7 years younger than me. So at that time, she was a little itty bitty baby. But you say you didn't live all over Chicago. I didn't live all over the South Side. I haven't lived in like the West Side or North Side. All the places I lived in Chicago has been all over the South Side. So yeah, like I remember we used to go to the Bud Billiken Parade, and it's the large Bud Billiken Parade, the largest parade on the not in the South Side, in the largest African American parade, the largest Black parade in the United States of America, the Bud Billiken Parade. It's the annual back to school parade, and celebrities will always come to the parades. They always had the celebrities on the little floats in the parade. Um, they would have like concerts and stuff at the Bud Billiken Parade, all of that. And I remember my mama or my auntie, my mom's youngest sibling, right? She would take us to go to the Bud Billiken Parade a lot. We'd be out there, and you would see people. You see all your people from school, all your friends, your neighbors next door. They be down there with you. Uh, Seeing all these celebrities in real time was crazy for us because we only saw these celebrities on TV. This before Instagram and all of that, so you didn't really feel like connected to these celebrities like that. You feel like seeing them was like a once in a lifetime experience ever in life. Like you was never Chicago, as big as Chicago is, I've never felt like this was like a hub for celebrities like that. So when we saw celebrities come to Chicago, we was like, man, it's crazy. You see the dude that's on TV that we watching on 106 in Park, he out here on the float. Or he performing at the Bud Billiken Parade, all that type of stuff. That was just crazy for us. And I remember like going. I remember when B2K was hot. Like it's crazy. Does that parade still exist? Last time I went, yeah, parade still going on. Tehran parades, the Bud Billiken parade still going, and I think it's gonna keep going forever, ever, because it's just so strong. It's like a stronghold or a staple of Chicago. So I don't think that's ever gonna leave. Um, yeah, so I remember going to the parade, and I would go sometimes with my great auntie, my grandfather's sister, because she lived close to where the parade like began and stuff. So we go right over to King Drive. She stayed in the Robert Taylor Project housing at the time. So we go right over to King Drive and get to watching the parade. We'll walk from the Robert Taylor sometime and go watch the parade and have a good time. Now my mama, I also remember when my mama, she had a little in Houston, you see a lot of celebrities. I can bet. Yeah. So my mama had like a little putt car. And so little CJ, what's going on, boss? How you feeling? So my mama had like a little putt car, and she'll take us to like the suburb to the hold on, hey there, how you doing? I'm doing well, man. Wendell Johnson, man. I'm doing well. I can't complain, man. I'm all good. How you feeling? But yeah, my mama would take us to the suburbs, to the malls and stuff out that way, just so we can like see different scenery. Cause we living in the hood. At the time, I'm on 65th and Minerva, 48th in Indiana. Um, what else? What we? Yeah, 65th in Minerva, 48th in Indiana, 65th and Low. So we living in the hood for real. We in Bronzeville, Inglewood areas. So she wanted us to go and see better life in different areas of the city or different suburban areas. She wanted to show us something different. So we would get out there and go to to the malls in the suburb. At the time, River Oaks was popping in the city. This one, River Oaks Mall, and what else was another mall that was big at the time? Um, yeah, good all the way from 323. 323, what's that area code? 323, what's that area code? You got a palm tree up there. Is that Miami? I mean, not Miami, is that Florida? 323 is Los Angeles? Okay, got you. Right, palm tree. I know you can see them in California for sure. Yeah. So we go to Forest City, going to the Forest City Mall with my people, my mama and my sister. We go to Forest City, have a good time. Look, my mama every like on when she got paid on like Friday night, she'd come home from work or Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday evening, Saturday night. She'll take us to the mall, and we'd be in the mall. We go get some nice little stuff. She get a few little things for us. Then we go to the movies. Go to the we call it the show in Chicago. We go to the show, sitting there laughing, having a good time. I went to the show yesterday to go see Den of Thieves 2, actually. I went to go see Den of Thieves 2 yesterday. It was pretty straight. It was decent. It was decent. It's a lot of palm trees in Florida too. Yeah, I know it's a lot of. I know it's in palm trees in Florida or California. So yeah, but yeah, man. So we would go to like the malls and all of that. Then I remember like we would. This my mama used to get like my dad used to do this too. We go to Harold's Chicken. He get a big old bucket of Harold's Chicken, like a big bucket for all us to be in there eating. You know what I mean? We be in there eating, get that mouth sauce, watching TV, watching the games. So I had a lot of fun experiences in the Chi. Like a lot of my coming of age stories. Like you remember on the Wood, right? Coming of age stories. That's how mine was in Chicago. Me and my homies. I mean, we first started really like getting into liking girls and taking a bus to go to the movies, the show on 87th Street. We and my homie them hop on the bus, go meet our girlfriends up there. I had my first kiss at the movie theater, at the show. You feel me? So I remember all of that. It's just, yo, time is a very interesting thing, man. Just recalling all these moments. But yeah, it was a lot of times when we was coming up, like my mama used to, my grandma stayed on 120th and LaSalle in the Wild Hunters. So we'd go over there. My granddad would bring all the bikes. John, your storytelling is incredible. I could tell you have an interesting childhood. Your storytelling is incredible. I appreciate that, bro. I'm a little off right now. Got to get back on my rocker with my storytelling. But yeah, my grandfather would bring our bikes because we had bikes at my grandma's house. He'll bring all our bikes out of the garage and like have us riding bikes all up and down the block. We'd be out there riding our bikes, all of that. I remember the first time my grandfather took my training wheels off my bike when I was a little boy. I cried like it wasn't nothing. I was crying. He took my training wheels off, right? But had to let me learn how to ride for real. So doing that, and with my grandmama when she stayed, my grandma, my granddad, they stayed in this big house on 120th and LaSalle, and we would always have like family outings over there. So my grandfather would always do barbecues and stuff. Labor Day, the day before we go back to school, right? Because we go back to school the day after Labor Day in Chicago. So he'd do barbecue on the grill on Labor Day. One time somebody took the ribs off the grill. My grandfather was barbecuing, somebody stole the ribs off the grill when he went in the house. He went in the house to go get something out the house. Somebody, by the time he came back outside, somebody stole the ribs off the grill. That was some crazy shit. I'm like, somebody was watching my grandfather making these ribs and hopped over there, grabbed them hot ass ribs off the grill and ran. Yes, I ain't lying. Oh boy, Listen, stole the ribs off the grill. This is crazy. My granddaddy mad as hell. He was like, "What?" First, he was confused. Like, I know they didn't grab that with their hands. There's some hot ass ribs, but somebody probably was in a block on the neighborhood, plotting, seeing my granddaddy cook, grabbed them some, grabbed them a utensil to grab the ribs off the grill and kept moving. And then my granddaddy probably was in the house for like a minute or two, like you know what I mean, not even long. So it was wild, but that was a funny moment for real. But my grandfather, man, my grandfather was a musician, so he played the drums very, very well. So it seemed like every African American city has its traditions. Chicago, you got Bud Billy King. New Orleans, you got Mardi Gras. Right. Yep. So my grandfather, he's a musician. He played the drums. So he had like a studio that he had built in the lower basement, and he'll be down there playing the drums and doing all type of stuff. At the time, my grandfather actually played the drums for Bill Clinton, like at some event one time, and he actually had the picture at the house. You know what I mean? This was, when did this happen? Well, I forgot what year this was. I gotta ask my grandma. You feel me? But yeah, but my grandfather, man, he was the all-purpose type of dude. He know how to fix everything, knew how to make everything work. If something was broke, he just know how to make it work. All that type of stuff. So yeah, but at their house though, all the family outings was had at the house. I remember when I was a little kid, my mama, in black families, if your birthday is in the same month, me and my sister both our birthdays in January. So my mama didn't want to throw us individual parties because it would cost too much money. So she would have our parties together, right? Even though our birthday weeks apart from each other, right? Her birthday near the end of January, mine is at the very beginning. And so she would have our parties together. And so she had got a clown for us. I was probably 6 years old at the time. My sister was 8. Yeah, it had to been like 6. So she had got a clown to come to my grandmama's house. And the clown, it was fire. It was a black clown. Black clown. It was 2 clowns. The main clown and her assistant. And the black clown was dope. I had never seen nothing like that. But my mama, she made it happen. She made it crack. You feel me? So we in the hood in Chicago. This woman doing all type of tricks, all type of stuff. It was crazy. I wish we went to school after Labor Day in Georgia. We was going back like the second week of August. Like, yeah, I know this, man. Chicago, I feel like in the South, kids go to school early. Even in the suburbs of the city, though. Like in the suburbs of Chicago, they go to school beginning of August. Chicago, I feel like we be the last kids still in school. We be in school at like June 15th, June 13th, stuff like that. Kids in the South and kids in the suburbs, they be out of school in the middle of May. Like the middle of May 20th, they done with school. We used to be in school for the longest of time. But yeah, what year did you start posting videos on YouTube? Man, I started posting 2017. 2017, I want to say August 2017, like right before. I remember August specifically because this was right before I went to Vegas, you know what I mean, for the first time. And so I had just graduated from grad school and I ain't had nothing to do, you know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting, trying to figure out what job I was going to get. And I was applying to jobs, trying to get an interview and all of that. And in the meantime, I made my channel just to give me to practice up on my skills, basically, as a because I wanted a media job, right? So I was just trying to practice on my speaking skills and all of that. So I made the channel strictly for that purpose. And then I ended up getting a job, but I really liked doing the videos on the channel, so I just kept it going and kept it going. You say you was out of school May 25th. Y'all last day was May 25th. See, both of y'all had the same. You see what I'm saying? Chicago, I don't know. We was on a different time. Always the day after Labor Day for Chicago public school kids. What's your favorite city in the United States besides Chicago? Man, well, I like Miami. I like Vegas. I liked I haven't been to LA, so I don't even know what LA is like. I've been to San Francisco. What other cities do I like? That's a great question. Said Vegas, Miami. Um, Man, when I was a shorty, I used to like going to Mall of America is not even in Minneapolis. I think it's in like Bloomington, Minnesota, something like that. I think. I don't think it's in Minneapolis. But we used to go to there for the Mall of America. I used to love going to the Mall of America because my mama used to I did kid car. My mama used to take us there because my mama used to work for United Airlines, and at the time she used to get free flights. So she used to take us to like Mall of America. She used to take us to Disney World a lot. I didn't been to Disney World about 5 times. You know what I mean? I would be on there. I didn't been there like yeah, at least 5 times before. And the first couple of times was because my mom worked for United, and we would be able to fly for free. Then you start. I did do a Disney. You remember that? Yup. I did a dang. You've been here for a long time, bro. That was in 2017, actually. 20. That's right when I first started the channel, December 2017. I did a Disney World vlog. I had went out there. Me, um, my son's mother. She didn't have my son yet though. She didn't even have him yet. He wasn't even a thought in the mind. But me, my son's mother, my daughter, my sisters, and then my mom. So my sisters and my mama, we all went out there. We stayed in like a suite in Kissimmee. Yeah, we was in Kissimmee, and we stayed out there in like a suite, and we went. That was my daughter's first time in Disney World. First time I took her, she was 6. She was 6 at the time, 6 going on 7. So yeah, so she was super excited. You know what I mean? I wanted her to have that experience because I remember how I felt at 6 years old. My first time I went, I was 6, and how I fell in love with Disney World as a kid when my mama first took us. So I started watching you in the fall of 2020 around October. That's love, bro. That's love. You started watching me right around the time my son was born. For real. All those older videos still on the channel. I ain't delete nothing from the channel. So you can still find them Disney World vlogs on here. Boy, I was probably like 50 pounds lighter. At the time, I was a little dude, man. I was probably like 150, 160 pounds soaking wet at the time. You know? But they still on the channel though. You can still go find them. I don't know how you would I think you could probably search somebody's channel by their oldest videos to newest maybe. So you could find all that stuff still up there. And it was like I said, it was my daughter first time. I really wanted to capture the moments because she was in awe. You know, my daughter, she's fearless with a lot of stuff. Like I was scared to get on certain rides when I was young like that. She didn't care. She wanted to get on everything. So I wanted to capture that just because I saw how excited she was. You know what I'm saying? Her excitement level was crazy. Yup. But yeah, man, like growing, like I say, in Chicago, man, as crazy as the reputation is, we had a lot of fun. Like the people, especially when I go to my paternal grandmother's house. My paternal grandmother, like her neighborhood, her block that she lived on, everybody knew each other on the block. That was like an older generation of black folks that moved there, and they all stayed there. And that, again, this was in the hood, but it just was like her block was really nice. So everybody knew each other. Like, they'd come to my cousin. My cousin lived there. My cousin that I told y'all hooped, right? The one that went to West Virginia initially and then went to Toledo, University of Toledo. They would come to the backyard. They would come to his backyard because he had a basketball court. My dad now laid down some cement in the backyard for him to be able to hoop. And I told y'all my cousin 6'7" and a half. So he always had everybody coming to the back and hooping. I'm talking about he would have runs from the morning to the night. I'm talking about the whole everybody in the block come over. People in the hood used to be betting on my cousin. Like, you know what I'm saying? They would bet. They're like, oh no, dude up the street to be him. Dude up the street to be him. They had the dudes on the dudes that was moving that stuff. They'd come bet on my cousin and give my cousin some of the money after he beat dudes for real. So it'd be runs all day. Drop a video on Basewag. He ain't able to follow me on to that. I don't know who. I gotta look up who that is. I think I saw you put that up. I don't know. I gotta look up who that is. You say you remember sipping on grape juice and wine water because you had. You remember that? I was talking crazy, boy. Yeah, man. You know I don't drink, so I had the Welch's grape juice on there. I was drinking the Welch's the Welch's sparkling because I don't do no drinking. But yeah, so yeah, but my cousin used to be in the backyard. I'm talking about runs all day. Everybody in the hood come over there. That's really how I started learning how to play basketball. Being out there with my cousin and you know, watching him, it made me want to play. And so I remember I first started playing, figuring out how to dribble, shoot layups, all of that, and it would just be a thing when I came of age, having everybody come to the backyard when I was outside. So he the homie from high school, but he was a line stepper. Cully, where you from? Where you from? Chicago. We got the best food in the whole United States. Can't I think we got some great food here, bro. For real. And what's the man? What's the dude name? What's the dude? Keith Lee. Keith Lee got. He said his top 3 cities. He had Chicago number 3. Are you from Queens? Okay, got you. Bay swag. Yeah, I ain't know. You got a Mets hat on? Yeah, I think you got a Mets right. And the Mets play in Queens, right? If I'm not mistaken. People, yeah. So I should have known you was from Queens, brother. New Orleans got good food. Yeah, I think he had New Orleans number 1 on his list. And I think he had Chicago 3. And so I don't know who he had 2. It might have been Houston or somebody else. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, no. The Mets. I remember I was keeping up with the Mets when Curtis Granderson was playing with the Mets. Curtis Granderson is from Blue Island, Illinois, like right out, like 2 minutes outside of Chicago, 1 minute outside of Chicago. And so Curtis Granderson, I used to keep up with him because I was a fan because he was right from the local area. And I met Curtis Granderson when I was in college at Mississippi Valley State University. This when he was playing with the Yankees. And this one, Curtis Granderson was hitting like 40 home runs a year at the time. He was the man. And I got a picture with him, but my eyes are closed. On the picture, my eyes closed, and it was a crazy looking picture because I closed my eyes in the middle of making a picture, taking a picture. But yeah, Curtis Granderson, when he was playing with the Mets, I was keeping up with the Mets, and that's when they went to the World Series, one of them years when I was watching. So, yo, if you want some good reels, go to Memphis. You know what? I was living in Jonesboro, Arkansas, an hour away from Memphis. I never ate the barbecue in Memphis, but I gotta try it though. Shout out to Memphis though. There's a lot of real cool people in Memphis. Like all my people that I'm cool with, a lot of them was from Memphis. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. He said, "Dude was a line stepper. How big is Ye?" Man, Kanye. So I'm gonna say this. I think today's Kanye and the Kanye now is a different. People still love Kanye in Chicago. Don't get it wrong. Kanye still get a ton of love in the city. But early Kanye Cully, early when he was still Kanye Tutter, man, listen, Kanye, Kanye, we were so proud of Kanye. Early years, especially before he started saying and doing crazy stuff. Early Kanye, we were so proud of him because we never thought, cuz, what's going on? Love you, cuz. So look, y'all remember I told y'all about my auntie, my great auntie. I used to go to the Bud Billiken parade with me and my cousins. Her Miss J. I'm talking about her mama. Well, I mean, we walked to the Bud Billiken parade. We walked from the buildings to King Drive, watching the Bud Billiken parade, going crazy. What's going on, cuz? I seen yesterday Memphis has a huge yeah, for sure. Memphis got a ton of black folks, ton of black folks. But now, yeah, early Kanye, man, we was proud of him because we never thought we would have a mainstream. I ain't gonna say we never. I personally never thought we would have a mainstream rapper from Chicago because it felt like if you wanted to be a mainstream rapper, you had to be from New York, you had to be like from the East Coast or you had to be from like West Coast. I used to feel like that, like, man, you know, because look, Nelly was at one point, Nelly was the biggest thing that we ever had from the Midwest region. And he was from St. Louis. He wasn't from Chicago. So when he got big, when he made a song, he made Midwest Swing. Like I'm talking about I was heavy on that song because I knew I was from the Midwest. And I felt like, shoot, is this the closest we gonna get to having a star near us in Chicago? So when Kanye came and he got mainstream with the sound he had, that was crazy for us. Like, cause Kanye came out, listen, Through the Wire, All Falls Down, Slow Jams. When Slow Jams came out, like that really did a lot for Chicago. Cause that made Twista a worldwide that made Twista a nationwide, worldwide act at that point. It introduced the world, or to Twista. It introduced America for real to Twista. Now, Twista always been a dope rapper for real, but it was a lot of people that really didn't know about him. People thought Twista was a new artist when he came. Some people thought that when he was on Slow Jams record. And so right after Slow Jams came out, Twista dropped the Kamikaze album, and which went platinum. It was a platinum album. You feel me? So when your album sell that many, go platinum, sell that many plaques and all of that, that's crazy. Especially for a Chicago act that people thought, man, I don't know if he gonna be able to escape the local sound, even though he was dope. But he went mainstream because Kanye, with Kanye's influence. You know what I mean? Uh, what else? Kanye did produce the song Higher for Do or Die. So yeah, we were super proud of Kanye when he first came on the scene, for sure. St. Louis doesn't really give me a Midwest vibe. It reminds me of the South. Yeah, for sure. Uh, I think it's just because a lot of black folks migrated to these places. Now, Chicago, majority of our people here be from Mississippi and like Arkansas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Alabama. And so that's why people think, even in Chicago, people think some of us got country accents, when we talk. That's just because we developed our dialect from our grandmamas and passed down from them. So we talk like we talk like they talk. We use the same type of verbiage and stuff that they use. So we got an accent in a way that can kind of sound a little close to the South. So yeah, now the dialect in St. Louis for real country for sure. Yeah, that's a fact. So I think because we got them southern roots, we always gonna have like it's gonna be similarities with the two. That's like when I told y'all when Crucial Conflict came out. Like when Crucial Conflict came out and people were singing, hey, people thought Crucial Conflict was from the South. They did not know them boys was from the west side of Chicago because they sound um they had a southern based sound. You know what I mean? And they look like, oh man, I'm like, they sound like just some southern dudes. Some dudes from Mississippi, from Memphis or whatever. You ever been to Carbondale? Yeah, only time I've been to Carbondale was riding that train to school. And we would stop in Carbondale. I used to ride the Amtrak train to Mississippi when I was in college. And that's the only I never been around or riding around or driving around in Carbondale, none of that to really even really know much about it. We just used to make that train stop. But I know Carbondale was like 4 hours, like what, 4 hours from the city? It's a little minute from Chicago. So yeah. Crucial Conflict reminds you of West Coast. Yeah, some people said the South, you know. Carbondale 5 hours. Okay, five. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. We at the top of Illinois, Chicago, so we anything downstate is like cornfields to us. We be like, man, what? It feel like Hickville, USA to us. Cause Chicago, the metropolis, everything else, we be like, it's rural. Downstate Illinois is rural as hell. Carbondale close to St. Louis, right? Yeah. when white conservatives and bullets say, but what about Chicago? Is a red herring racial code? Man, so that's a great question, Cully. So I hate that. Because they try to use violence happening in Chicago as a way to deflect from the issues that we talking about at the time, which was police brutality, right? And so uh when people they say what about Chicago, they say that as to say like black people don't care about violence that's happening in the city, which is absolutely incorrect. In Chicago, bro, it's so many different non-violence organizations that march in the street, that put together all type of peaceful protests, that put together all type of um, peace block parties and all type of peace meetings and all that type of stuff. They do it's so many different peaceful protests and peaceful marches and stuff in Chicago all the time, but it doesn't make mainstream news. So the white conservatives, they try to act like the black people in Chicago are fine with violence that we experience here. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's okay. Like we don't have a problem. Like we only talk out. They try to act like we only speak out when police harm black people, which is absolutely incorrect. You know what I mean? And let me just say this too, because they use what about Chicago to try to speak about black on black crime, right? Which is a made up thing. People commit crime uh against people who they live in proximity to. And like I told y'all, Cully, in Chicago, black people live amongst black people. So people not going way up north to go do stuff. I mean, some people would do that, but most time when people committing crimes, they committing them in their own neighborhoods. So, and I know enough about crime and enough about, I'm intelligent enough to understand that white people commit crimes against other white people. Asians commit crimes against other Asian people. Hispanics commit crimes against other Hispanic people. So to act like black people only harming each other, like that's just crazy. And it's just, I watch enough forensic files to know that there are violence within all ethnic groups in Chicago, but for some reason people try to act like black people are just so much more just degenerate than any other group in American society, which I have a strong problem with. You know what I mean? And yeah, but I appreciate you bringing up that point, Cully, because that people do that a lot. What about Chicago? That's their main little talking point. And I never rock with it. But yeah, my cousin said downstate is racist as hell. Look, my cousin went to Eastern Illinois in Charleston, Illinois. They call it Chucktown. I heard it be racist like a mug down there. For real. All them little downstate places downstate, super racist. And it looked like it. It's rural. Look like some stuff out of Children of the Corn. Look like Children of the Corn downstate Illinois. That's why most people in Chicago, we don't even be going down there unless you going down there for school. That's it. Most people from Chicago don't travel downstate and know about going 4 hours from the city and all of that unless you visiting somebody specifically or unless you're going to school down there. We ain't going down there to kick it and have fun downstate Illinois. Hell no. We got all the fun you can experience in Chicago and the Chicagoland area. We cool. That's it. But yeah, man. Look, I might have hopped on in the wrong time. Hold on. From what I was reading yesterday, Southern Illinois has a lot of influences from the South, mainly Western Tennessee and Kentucky, also Southeast Missouri. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm more than sure. That's definitely probably the case for sure. But yeah though, it's crazy. Man, I've been to Cleveland. Never been to Cleveland, man. Never been. I gotta visit. Never been to Cleveland. Only places I've been to in Ohio was Toledo. Yeah, Toledo. That's about it. Cause my cousin played at the University of Toledo. That's really what's about it. I'm trying to think. Have I ever been to? I ain't been to Columbus. None of that. Nope. Just Toledo. I gotta get out to Cleveland though, man. Cleveland Cavaliers out there balling, man. Straight shoot after these sevens out, you would be in Carbondale. Okay, yeah, definitely. I know I got a lot of people from high school that went to high school with me that went to Carbondale. A ton of them. A ton of them. I never finished Power of Force with Tommy, but did it portray the city with not really, Cully, because I mean I like the show. Don't get me wrong, Cully. I like the show, but their crime was more focused with like the Italian, and it's Italians and stuff in the mobs and all that here in Chicago. But we never really, I mean, you see CBI and they supposed to be like the black organization, but like you really don't see the heart of like the everyday city person in on the show. You know what I mean? You don't really see like the everyday Chicagoan on the show like that. You know, it just sounds like it just looks like these are all people from Tommy's story, and not really like the heart of Chicago is really on the show per se. It just feel like all these characters are a part of Tommy's world and Power World, and not Chicago, Illinois for real, for real. If that make any sense. But I still love the show though. I still enjoy the show. Do you know a Chicago rapper J2 the Kid classic? I think he goes by just J2 now. He had a Dope Vision mixtape in 2013. I never heard of him, bro. To be real with you, I gotta check him out. I never heard of him. You say he got a couple D Games video. Boy, having a D Games video back in the day, that was everything. You had a D Games video, you was the man. Cause Gaines had that's when Gaines was doing videos for Chief Keef on a regular basis, Lil Durk. He did some Lil Reese stuff, Fredo stuff. He was the videographer for the drill movement at the time. Him and DJ Ken at first, and then Aze came in, and he was the videographer for the drill movement as well. But D Gaines was the first one to gain like popularity doing the videos in the drill movement era. You know what I mean? He shot Don't Like and all of that. You know, yeah. Aze came in like 2012, 2013, 2012. He started doing videos for them too. But D Gaines, he did a lot of big videos. There's King Louis videos. Gaines was doing King Louis. Katie got bands. He was doing everybody stuff. Remember when I first moved to Mississippi for high school, they used to make fun of my. Where did you move to in Mississippi? Where did you move to, Teron? I think you probably told me before. I forgot. They immediately knew I wasn't from. Yeah, they know you're not from there for real. Like when I went down there for college, they knew I wasn't from Mississippi. The way I talked, the way I walked, the way I dressed, they just knew I wasn't from there. I moved to a small town called Liberty. Okay. Yeah, I never heard of that. Never heard of Liberty, bro. What time is it, man? You stayed in Southwest Mississippi. Okay, got you. Yeah, I was in North Mississippi in the Delta. It's Southern Mississippi, close to Louisiana. Got you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I was in North Mississippi in the Delta. 2 hours away from Memphis. Yeah, I was 2 hours away. Yup, that was really like the closest airport, Memphis. Yeah. So when I used to ride the Amtrak train from school, we would stop in Memphis, and then the next stop after Memphis would be Greenwood, Mississippi. I used to get off in Greenwood. Greenwood was like 15 minutes from the campus. I was at Mississippi Valley, so Greenwood was 15 minutes, 15-minute drive. So I get off the train in Greenwood, and one of my homies come pick me up. No, you was like about 5 hours from New Orleans. Up. Mm-hmm. Because that train I rode, the last stop was New Orleans. It was called the City of New Orleans train, and the last stop was New Orleans on that train. But I got off well before New Orleans. I got off in Greenwood. What's up with y'all this morning, though, man? What's going on, man? If you in Chicago, I know you like it's cold as hell outside. Cold in the mug, boy. Oh man. South suburbs got you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got you. It's cold here in Cleveland. It's still snowing. Oh man, yeah, y'all getting the weather for real. We had snow in Georgia. A few, I boy, I seen my homie Rara live in Marietta. Rara was showing me all the snow outside, everything. Y'all was out there acting a fool. People was out there sledding and everything. Yeah, my homie Rara in Marietta, man, he's out there showing me all the snow. He on his Facebook story. He was on there getting down. He got two little daughters too, so he had them outside and everything. Are you in Marietta? You might know my homie Rara. You might know my homie Rara now. I don't know. Rara was a hooper though. His father run a youth basketball team in Marietta. Nah, my homie from Marietta originally. I met him in college at Mississippi Valley State. He was hooping for a Mississippi Valley State basketball team. I met him like the second day of class. I met him. We had art class together, and oh, those my mans. I don't know. I think that was just God because it's one of my closest friends. He just came up to me like, "Man, what's going on, boss? My name Roger, man. You feel me?" He like, "Yeah, man. You seem like you cool, man." I don't know. We soon as he started having a conversation with me, we clicked. That's been my man's ever since then. But nah, he from Marietta. Our family's from Buena Vista, Georgia. See, I ain't even know that. How far is that from Marietta in Atlanta? Buena Vista. Where Billy stay at? He in Atlanta or Buena Vista? Duddy. It's crazy living here. A lot of people hate Braun. They even say he outside. Why do people in Cleveland hate LeBron? That is crazy, man. Why? I remember that rumor about him having a baby with the news reporter and all of that. Well, why though? LeBron did a lot for the economy in Cleveland, man. LeBron was there. Celebrities coming to the Cavs game. You know, all of that. My bad, I'm looking at something. Powder Springs in that area. He lives in the suburban area, if I'm not mistaken. He called my mom. Billy, know he could talk, boy. My cousin Billy do some talking, boy. Boy, if you gotta tell Billy, you gotta tell Billy, hey, I gotta go, Billy. Boy, shout out to my cousin, boy. Billy do some talking. My cousin stay in Brunswick, Georgia, 2 hours away from that's where Kwame Brown was at. Yeah, I remember Usher at them games in like '06. Oh yeah, Usher was. I think Usher was like he became like a part owner too in like the Cavs, I believe. Something I think he did at one point. Cause you remember when they came back in 2016 and made their comeback, Usher was always Usher was always at the game, dapping them up. You know, when they went down 3-1, Usher was trying to dap everybody up, keep everybody's spirits high, keep the morale high at the game. He sure was up in there. Where you from? We from the you not from the 64th. He was trying to dap everybody when they went down 3-1. They was pissed. Usher sitting out there trying to dap everybody up, trying to keep everybody all good and good spirits. Yeah. I think he became like a part owner in the Cavs or something around that time. So yeah. What's your full address? Don't say just 64th. You feel me? What elementary school is by the O? What elementary school is in that area? So I can know something. Yeah, Bronzeville, Robert Taylor, Bronzeville. Yeah, Bronzeville. Auntie Little K Met building. Yeah, he said New York. He's in New York. See, now why you come in here act like you from Chicago then? 6217 Cali Met. Yeah. Whoo, that's the Black Disciple building too. The BDs all through that mug, boy. Look, we used to go to my cousin, my auntie, my cousin in here. We go to my auntie house, boy. Auntie had every movie known to mankind in the house. She had every movie all in through there. Hey, look, cuz I remember my cousin Tasha got Jill Scott album when it came out. Who is Jill Scott? Came to the crib, to the apartment in the Robert Taylor building and was playing it in there. We up in the front vibing to the album. She went and got that album, came and played. I don't even know if you remember that, cuz Tasha went to go get Jill Scott album. Who is Jill Scott? Nah, yeah, your mama had the real movies, not no bootleg. She had the real movies. Man, I'm from Europe. I'm watching the other side of it. Oh, okay. What's up, man? I mean, man, what part of Europe, man? Don't be in here talking about some you from Chicago. I do. She get it from she got it from Dr. West and half part. You right. Hey, look, this is my cousin for real. My cousin that's in here, Miss J. She really my second cousin. But we so close in age. We was raised like first cousins. For real. You from Albania. You know why I know Albania on remember on Taken 2, the second Taken movie. The guys they were from Albania, I believe, in the movie. I'm not even trying to be funny. That's really how I know about Albania. That's how I knew, because for some reason I never I don't think I learned about that country appropriately in school. I probably did. I did. I just forgot. But I remember every time I think about Albania, I remember watching because I used to like the Taken movies so much. I used to like them. Liam Neeson, till I heard he talking about he wanted to choke up every black person he seen when something happened to his friend. I said, "Oh no, Liam, you don't got those special set of skills in real life. Get your ass whooped now. You get you don't get them. You don't got those special set of skills in real life, brother. You will get your head whooped." He said, "I need to learn about Chicago so I can lie good at least." They're not gonna think you from Chicago for real. DBS, you from Albania? If you not black and you say you live on 64th, it ain't no non-black people walking over in the O at least, unless you just a tourist. Well, I don't know. They're trying to gentrify certain parts of the city, so I don't know. But from what I know, white folks ain't living over there on King Drive. My chance to go to USA same as the Mexican man. Why you say that? You can't go to America. Nisha lived off of 61st. They beginning to become gentrified. She lives on 44 now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they gentrifying certain areas. Remember, because we used to live on 65th and Minerva. And certain parts of them areas over there looking a little gentrified now. Looking a little gentrified in certain parts of them areas over there, for real. We was on 65th Minerva. I went over there not too long ago. It was a couple of years ago, though, actually. But I'm like, yeah, this looking a little, you know. Looking a little beige over here now. Look at in a minute, I'm gonna see large groups of white folks walking down the street with Starbucks in their hand. I'm like, I'll be like, oh Lord, it's happening. It's happening. Hey, listen, Inglewood started looking like goddamn if Inglewood started looking like what's one of them neighborhoods? Started looking like Streeterville as far as the population goes. I know something. I know something. I would love to go to USA, but got some bags to sell. What? What you in here talking about, man? The neighborhood I lived in 5 years had a lot of Mexicans. 67 in Claremont. That's like Southwest. Okay, got you. Yeah, that sound about right. Said 5 years ago. Got you. Claremont. What's the biggest street next to Claremont? What's the biggest? What's the next? What's the biggest main street by Claremont? Oh, Western. Right. Okay. Yeah, that make perfect sense. Perfect sense. Cause that would be, yeah, that would be Marquette Park area, right? That's Marquette Park. Look, y'all from Chicago for real. Both of y'all Western. Yep, Marquette Park. Yeah, you know my grandma and my uncle and them over there in Marquette Park. So that sound definitely sound about right. Yeah, that sound about right. That's what my grandma and my uncle and them over in Marquette Park. For real. Yep, because there's a school over there, Catalyst Maria High School over there. Catalyst Maria. That's a Hispanic school. Where you from? No offense. Now. I'm from Chicago, man. Chicago. Southside Chicago. Born and raised. I done lived in a lot of different neighborhoods on the south side. But yeah, man, I remember, boy, me and my cousin and him, man, we used to have, boy, we used to be having fun like a mud. I remember my cousin, her brother, at the time we was living on 48th in Indiana. He was going to do Sabu. Her brother get out of football practice, come to my crib, play the game with me. We'll play NBA Live. We'll play NBA Streets Volume 2. He'll play that with me at the crib. We'll play WWF No Mercy. We'll be playing the game and stuff over there. Then he'll go back home. And he used to be going back home late too, going back to the building. Now that I think about it, he used to be going to the crib late. But we always call my auntie like, Bobo about to make his way back over there. Bobo about to Bobo about to come back through there. It would be late at night, late as hell, man. Only time, yeah, my cousin be at the house with me all night. We be in there playing a game for real. Only time I've been in Chicago was landing there at the airport. It was rainy. That place, it's a beautiful city, man. You just probably it's amazingly beautiful, especially if you downtown and really a lot of different, not just downtown, up north, Hyde Park, really really nice city. I don't know if you landed in O'Hare or Midway, but yeah, when you tell somebody in Europe that you from Chicago, we think King Von. And, oh yeah, I mean that ain't just not even just in Europe. Anywhere I go, when I tell people I'm from Chicago, they immediately think I'm from like from the O, or they think I know Chief Keef and stuff like that. But Chicago's so big, bro. Like we be living on the same block as people and don't know their name. Chicago is so big. I know people that live right in my area. I've never seen them. I graduated from high school 2011. There's people that never left Chicago. They still here, and I have not seen them since we graduated high school. They right in Chicago with me. I have not seen them since I graduated high school because it's just so big. And the crazy thing about it is a lot of us be in the same areas and do not see them. I lived on the same block as two of my high school classmates. They married, right? I saw them on the same. We lived on the same block for about 4 years. No, 3 years. I saw them maybe 3 times over there. That's crazy, right? But it just people be you coming and going a lot. So yeah. Yeah, 2011, 14 years ago, graduated high school. Morgan Park High School, class of 2011. Then I went straight to Mississippi, boy. Straight to Mississippi. I ain't shaking my head like it was bad. I had a great time in Mississippi, but yeah, amazing time. So, how I met the brat? Never met the brat in my life. Nope, never met her. I wish I met her sister Lisa Ray McCoy, though. I'll tell you that much. I wish I met Lisa Ray. Sure. I graduated high school in 2013. Yeah, okay, yeah. Got you. 2013. Yeah, I got in there 2011, man. Look, when I talk about my cousin coming over to play the game, me and my cousin be playing NBA Streets Volume 2. We'd be getting it cracking. I remember we had like a Christmas party at the house. And my cousin Bobo and them came. Bobo was in the room playing me. I beat Bobo, boy. I got it. I beat Bobo and got it cracking up there. We was NBA Streets Volume 2 was so fun, man. They gotta remaster that game, man. They gotta remaster that. That mod was super fun. Super. According to Carcino, he know everybody else. Carcino be lying. He don't know. He act like he the mayor of Chicago, man. He be Nah, for real. We all gotta come together. Hey, I gotta see if I could go. JJ got a show this weekend. This weekend, the 19th. Yeah, he got a show this weekend on the 19th. I need to go. For real. Now I seen him tell I think your sister said both of your sisters, I think, said they probably gonna pull up there. That's what we need to be at. He said, yeah, you coming? Yeah. I gotta be up in there with my cousin, man. For real. We gotta be with all us up in there. My little cousin, I keep saying my little cousin, but he only 2 years younger than me. I gotta stop doing that to him. I'm just so used to saying my little cousin because he's younger than me. But my cousin having a show. My cousin raps. So we gonna go to his performance this weekend. I'm probably gonna put the footage up on YouTube. Do you know any people from Julian High School? No, my cousin went to Julian. I'm not my cousin. My auntie went to Julian. Yeah, and my cousin. My sister graduated from Julian, actually. My oldest sister, she graduated from Julian in '99. My auntie graduated from Julian in 2000. My cousin, who is like an uncle to me, but he my cousin. He graduated from Julian in '99 too. But as far as like my age group, nah, I don't know nobody from Julian, and that's my age. Nope. But Julian was right up the street from Moria Park, so I'm sure I've seen these faces before on the train, on the red line, on the 112, 111 Vincennes bus, all of that. I probably seen them right over there when I was getting my haircut over there in Mellow Swing or something. The Brad of Chicago legend. Some people thought she real like Snoop. Yeah. So I know some people. I definitely know some people thought she rapped like Snoop for sure. But yeah, man, Chicago girl, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, so I'm finna get off this thing, man. I gotta eat me some food real quick, man. But I appreciate y'all getting on with me this morning. Try to get back on a little late. A little later, man. I appreciate y'all.